Hello, spiritual superstars. I'm Nicole, and welcome to our spiritual guidance for December 2017. We are blessed with the Gemini full moon. We have Mercury retrograding, and we are blessed with the new moon and Sagittarius. So, I will be up soon with our spiritual guidance, and so don't worry about that. You only see my image up there now, but you will receive our spiritual guidance very, very soon. So stay tuned. Let's start with Mercury retrograde. So we all, are familiar most likely with Mercury retrograde. It starts on December 3rd. However, we have felt that energy a couple weeks prior at the end of November. Communication, transportation mishaps. I myself had to fix the audio on my laptop. There were a couple of spiritually guided readings that didn't have the sound, and I thought that I had the mute on, but it turns out that it was a lot more complicated and convoluted. And that is how Mercury is. I see Mercury as a very shady, shisty, mischievous woman when she is retrograde. That's just how I feel Mercury's energy. But Mercury is the winged messenger of the gods. And so Mercury has to get all this downloaded information to the right person quickly, right? So, because you can look at it as Zeus being one of the gods, Zeus doesn't want to wait, and Mercury has to get that information out because that is Mercury's charge. However, when Mercury goes retrograde, kind of going back to the past, and you're kind of having to redo things, so on and so forth. So, with Mercury retrograding on December 3rd, through December 22nd, this can be best utilized by working on some projects. This is a really good time for deep, um, intense thinking, conversations, inner dialogue, positive, positive, positive. I can't stress it enough. Positive self talk. And this is really that intense stare of that, how Scorpios have that intense stare sometimes, well, all the time. This is that intense, almost soul penetrating way to really uncover some truths during this retrograde time. So remember, we still have Jupiter in Scorpio giving us that intensity, and a part of that energy is going to be Mars coming into play. And Mars is one of Scorpio's ruling planets, the other one Pluto. So we've got that penetrating, deep thinking, and really being in your mind, using that gift of analysis. Mercury is that analytical thinking to your advantage by doing that serious, deep research, doing the investigative work in whatever your projects are, or really, rediscovering self. The saying, know thyself. Rediscover your ancestry. This is a great time to do that. And to really go back into your Akashic records, which is your spiritual blueprint. So, Mercury does affect traveling and communication. So double check your emails, text messages. Make sure that you're paraphrasing. Be a little bit more compassionate, kinder, and gentler in what you're saying. However, this is energy that is really getting to the bottom of things. So you really are feeling more apt to speak your truth and to really communicate in the way you feel. So use it to your advantage. If you've been wanting to say something that's on your mind, take a deep breath in. I would invite you to do, and assert yourself with compassion and respect for that other person, no matter what, because that's karma that you are instilling out to the universe, and you want that karma to be a good seed sown. You want it to come back to you and harvest a beautiful, bountiful, um, result from your actions and your intentions. So having positive energy, optimism in your soul, higher vibration, and that I feel is really going to help us really kind of overshadow the restrictive and the oppressive, or kind of volatile energy that can be out there, the frustration of communication mishaps. The other part of this energy with Mercury retrograding from December 3rd to the 22nd, I feel, watching that, the critical, watching that, the let it be constructive criticism. Watch the just nasty, criticism, of being sarcastic or being passive aggressive or just downright aggressive and cold, because that will undoubtedly isolate you, and it will bring in a type of rejection towards the other person. And so that energy is going to have to be relooked at when Mercury goes direct, after the 22nd. And you really want to watch that, because whether you celebrate the new year, whether you celebrate holidays or whatever holiday you may celebrate, you really want to make sure you're just sowing good seeds and that you're bringing in 2018 in the most lovely way that you can. Doesn't mean to be a doormat, doesn't mean to allow yourself to be stepped on, but remember that, you might be teasing someone and they may take it to heart. They may really feel rejected or hurt by it. So instead of mistakenly being hurtful to others, just be careful and think twice, think 3 times, sometimes 4 times before you speak, but don't hesitate in saying what you truly intend to say. Just take a little bit of extra care there. So I really do feel that Mercury retrograde can work in our favor. And look, if you're working on a project for school, for work, if you're working on a project for your own business, if you are writing your own book, if you've been intending to do that, if you have been wanting to get to learn someone, to get to know someone better, this might be a time where you don't have to totally, pull back away from that person, but you really are getting to the bottom of who they may be, and you're really working out how you feel about that person through that conversation. So, be a little kinder and gentler. Know that they may have some fumbling of their words too, but this is just a great time to do that. I really feel this is giving us that initiative, that determination, that strong sense of soul purpose, of life mission, and to really, just cross the T's, dot the I's, and to finish these projects, put a check mark on it, and to wrap it up so that you can start 2018 on a fresh new note with positive, powerful energy. This is very courageous energy because Mars is there. And so, again, this is really being a little risky and saying what you're saying, but you're standing up for yourself and you are ready to be heard for your truth. However, because Mercury is retrograde, you are absolutely being a lot more careful in the way you get your point across. This is a beautiful time to just keep your mind open to new perspectives, change your perspective. Many of us are acknowledging that we're experiencing a spiritual awakening. You may be. There are 7 stages with a spiritual awakening, and you can find that information on our channel. Also, this is just a beautiful time to expand your group of friends, to really get out there and to um, begin networking, as we have our full moon in Gemini energy and we have that beautiful hugged up energy, or just that, walking side by side, kind of playing around with each other energy with Uranus and Mercury. And, just keeping that embracing of the moment and communication and positive thinking. Remember positive self-talk as well. But being able to make that new um, adventure come out with a positive outcome through positive communication and enjoying yourself during this time. So now let's jump right on into the Gemini full moon energy. Okay, so the Gemini full moon, brings some distractions there. Remember, the full moon is when something wants to be thrown up out of you in connection to, someone else in relationship. This can be romantic, it can be sibling, it can be friendship, it can be family origin, it can be whatever type of relationship that is being highlighted for you around this time. And the Gemini full moon is happening on the 3rd. So, my beautiful spiritual superstars out there who are quite sensitive to the energy, to feel that energy or to expect that energy a few days sooner because you are that sensitive and thereafter. And so remember, we've got that 48-hour beautiful, powerful vacuum of intensity. So that's actually going to come in around the 1st of December, that Friday. So you'll know that weekend may bring some kind of strange awkwardness to connections that you might have with another. Don't fool yourself. Remember, Mercury is retrograde at this time, so you could very well be deceived by others. You could be deceiving yourself. This energy is really powerful if it's used in the wrong way. So watch out for people that are really takers. I've told a couple people recently because I just feel it very strongly that I do believe some people are on this earth to be takers, to be users, because we have that polar opposite of receiving, of being a giver, and being service oriented. So watch out for that. Anyone taking you for a ride, any scam artists out there, just be careful because they will understand that you might be feeling a little off, you might be feeling a little insecure in some areas, so just make sure that you are, watching out for that and kind of taking things for what they are. Okay? Because you may, the energy out there of being extremely hurt and being emotionally weak or vulnerable is out there also. So, kind of, with your spiritual gifts and being and your intuition, your dreams, visions, any downloads that you're getting that are spiritual, definitely take it, but also remember to look at the synchronicities there. Okay? Also, this Gemini full moon, I feel, is asking us, though we have that energy of deception out there, to really be open minded, and that way you're not looking at it through that one thread. Again, going back to the synchronicities, putting things together, two and two together, and really having a good time in spite of, because you just may well bypass anyone that has, is it unscrupulous, or deceitful intentions. Be that social butterfly. You can be a little flirty, and that person that may be being flirty might have, good intentions. They may not. So just again, you will notice it if you are really looking at putting the signs together, putting two and two together, and not reading too much into that one thing that touches your heart. Okay. So also on the flip side of it, you're going to want to feel a little bit more empathy, a little more empathetic, a little bit more sympathetic, a little bit more wearing your heart on your sleeve. So just, again, be a little careful with that energy. You want to be a lot more adaptable with that twin energy, but this is a good time to honor your intellectual side of your intuition and really focus on that. And you can watch, enjoy word games, enjoy outings, get-togethers. But yeah, it's a good time to get together with siblings, anyone in your local community, the children, um, cousins, nieces, nephews, Gemini rules. So that extended part of your family, good time to do that. And also, I really feel like watch out for watch out for any misdiagnosis. Watch out for um, reading paperwork incorrectly, reading test results incorrectly. Make sure that you are double, triple checking, asking people to paraphrase. what they might be saying. We go to the doctors and sometimes they can talk over us and we have no clue what they're saying. We just have to tell them, wait a minute. Can you tell me in layman's meanings or layman's terms, or you just talk to me like I'm a person? I don't know this terminology. I don't understand what you're saying to me. Can you please just tell me if I have such and such, or what this means to me in my life? What does this mean to the quality of my life? And just asking them to break it down. Absolutely take your time to do that because they need to take the time to do it for you. You deserve that personal quality attention. Make sure that you're staying above board in everything that you're doing because of that energy with the Gemini full moon. Let's see. But I just feel give it that extra attention to just really watch your communication, and to not be taken for a ride. Just know that there's dishonest information out there. There's dishonest people that are surfacing, scandals, gossip, slander, deception, theft, some kind of loss in that area. Predators, people prey on other people, they target people. So this can really bring that information out. This can also bring up secrets that, really um, just come out that need to be come to the surface. And so if you're trying to cover up something that you're doing that is deceptive, just may come up around this time. So let's go ahead and go into the new moon in Sagittarius. All right, so the Sagittarius new moon. This is spiritual, this is philosophical. Be optimistic, and this is high energy on the 18th of December. This is expansive. Don't sell yourself short. Go into that uncharted territory with confidence. You are a visionary. That same week, Mercury is going direct. So, this is absolutely, you might decide to make that last minute travel agenda or a vacation, but consider all possibilities. And when I say all, I'm capitalizing ALL with 4 underlines underneath it. And rather than focusing on the minutia and the worrisome, focus on expansion, blessings, good fortune, all things possible, high vibrational energy. Look deeper within anything that you are intending to do. You are the visionary. And I really, really say that with all go for it type of energy. This is an energy where if you are um, really, what if you're studying for an exam? You're working on culminating this project, it's coming into fruition, you're beginning a new project. This is putting your all into it and really being able to problem solve and to find that resolution and to go into that area of forbidden territory, not evil territory, not ungodly territory. This is that energy of going in a new path because you are the archer and you've got your arrow pointed right where you need it to be, and spirit is doing it for you. You are in faith, you are trusting, you are in control of your body, your actions. You're human, your ego. However, you are very much in tune and aware of the spiritual energy there, which is your higher calling. It is your spiritual love. It is where spirit wants you to go. It is touching on your soul mission, your life purpose. And so if you've gotten into any of this conspiracy or deceitful energy, this gossipy, toxic energy that may have surfaced on the Gemini full moon energy around the 3rd of the month, honey, you're blasting through this. When you get to the 18th, this is a new beginning, new energy. And so you may totally dismiss what happened earlier in the month. You are immune to any critical energy there, any anyone that is trying to rub you the wrong way, anyone that is low vibrational energy, anyone that's trying to take you off your track, trying to break your arrow, trying to get at your archer or your bow there. And you are totally like, I'm rising above you and all this lower level energy because I know that spirit has me and I've got a charge on me and I'm going in a specific path because I've got one life to live and I'm going to make it as beautiful as my creator will allow me. Okay? So, as far as love on this new moon, you're really going for the gusto. Be careful that you are not diving into an affair. You're not going into any infidelity there because you're ready to just, do it. You're ready to just go into where you are pointing your own arrow. Be sure that spirit is pointing that arrow and you are letting it go, okay? So remember that um, those kind of obsessive qualities in uh, a romantic connection, that chemistry that you might feel, someone could be targeting you. You may be targeting someone. So just be aware that that energy is very optimistic and, engaging the wrong relationship could be very possible. So make sure that you're up on board and remember that Mercury is retrograding until the 22nd, but then we still have that shadowy energy. So just be aware of that. But this Sagittarius new moon, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy to rise above any of the lower toxic, even envious or jealous energy that could have been coming in the beginning of December. This is expand your horizons. Look deeper into what that energy is. Stay optimistic and high vibrational energy. Let's go ahead and call on Source for our spiritual guidance. Okay, so let's go ahead and raise our vibration by taking a beautiful deep breath in. You ready? Take a deep breath in and raise your vibration. And let it out. Kissing your higher self, deepening your connection with divine source. Open to our spiritual guidance. Thank you so much. Woo! Well, December is marking a rebirth, an awakening. Okay, so be ready for it. Wow, we talked about that. Many of us are aware that we are experiencing a spiritual awakening. Remember, there are 7 stages, and you can find that information on our channel, and you can go to ineedspiritualguidance.com and take advantage of the e-course, self-paced e-course that will help you go through every spiritual awakening that you have. You have that information as long as YouTube is up. You'll have it. Thank you so much, Divine Source. We are so grateful. This is a time to come into your own. This is understanding how you feel about people. This is really getting that research in and coming into 2018 brand new. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So prepare, get ready for it. This is going to mark the beginning of your rebirth, another phase, another awakening cycle. Well, get ready because we've got blessings just beyond the horizon. They're going to be pouring in. Remember, we've got the Sagittarius new moon, and that is the good luck planet. That is that energy with Zeus. Sagittarius' ruling planet is Jupiter, who is in Scorpio's energy. Okay, so this is that death rebirth month. We just experienced the Scorpio new moon last month on the 18th. Now we've got the blessed new moon in Sagittarius on the 18th. Isn't that just the way Spirit would have it for us? Thank you so much. So, honey, be empowered. Be confident. Stand in your truth this month. Make sure you're grounded. Mercury is retrograde, right? So make sure that you are not allowing that scattered energy of the Gemini full moon with Mercury retrograding on the same day in Sagittarius, really making you feel like, whoa, this is a blessing, when this one over here is really the blessing, but it's in disguise. So you're really waking up to the true you. You're speaking up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself. You're standing in your truth. And you are standing in your assertiveness energy. Thank you so much. Please show me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Heavenly angels, we are so grateful. We are so grateful for your help. Thank you so much. Divine Spirit guides, we are so grateful. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much, Divine Source, for that guidance. Thank you so much for our spiritual guidance. Thank you so much. Okay, so when you put it all together, there's no need to worry. Remember, Mercury retrograde is going to have you worry. But just know that there's nothing for you to worry about. The rest is going to be a lot smoother. You're coming into your own. You know you're going to be challenged, but you've already been through so much. The worst is behind you. Okay? Really, call on Archangel Jeremiah, the angel of vision, because you're a visionary this month. Remember, with the Sagittarius new moon energy, you are a visionary, and you are seeing forward. You're seeing into your rebirth this month. So as you go back in time, you're going in the past, because Mercury retrograde is going to cause you to go to the back of your mind, the back of your energy, even your Akashic records. Remember what we talked about in the beginning. So as you go back through history and you're figuring things out so that you can have a true awakening in your rebirth, you are working with Archangel Jeremiah, the angel of vision. And when you do so, you're being asked, how can I do this differently going forward? So ask yourself that question. Keep yourself grounded by getting out in nature. Get out and enjoy company, network, socialize. Get out there and be the social butterfly, because that's the positive energy and that Gemini energy that we have this month. But remember, there's nothing really to worry about. You are planting your seeds of positive new karma. You are optimistic. You are all high vibrational energy. And Spirit is giving you a rebirth this month. We already had that beautiful Scorpio new moon energy. And you started the ball rolling last month of transformation. So Spirit's reminding you, hey, you've got a rebirth going on right now. So keep your eye on the prize. Okay? No stressing. Remember, the Sagittarius new moon is, what did we say? Don't give your energy to worrisome. Instead, high vibrational, high expectations, just all positive, optimistic. You are the visionary. So you're doing that by grounding yourself into your reality and being aware that spirit is blessing you within the spirit realm, touching your soul. Okay, so when you feel there's something out of balance, you are going to do what you need to correct it. When you feel that your equilibrium is off, Spirit's going to be showing it to you. Do whatever you need to get back in touch by grounding yourself. Beautiful grounding techniques at ineedspiritualguidance.com and our blog. You can also, use Google. Google is your best friend, to do some research there. This is a beautiful month to do that on some grounding techniques. I encourage you to share down below in the comment section of what your grounding techniques are so that people can really use them and really create their own. We're a spiritual family. But trust that you have what you need to get through these challenges. Remember, the worst is now behind you, okay? So you're going to be challenged, though. That's a part of this karmic rebirth. Be blessed in that, in knowing that I'm being challenged because I deserve. That's why. But you are trusting your intuition. Remember, this is intellectual energy that can really feel haywire, so you're grounding yourself. You're coming into your own. You're going to break open 2018 with a new understanding, and Spirit is right there with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When you feel rattled, make sure you are grounding yourself, okay? That's going to be really, really big. Okay, you're going to be that Queen of Pentacles energy this month. You're going to be that King of Pentacles. You're going to be that energy of really grounded, stable energy in this earthly existence because you're controlling that bow. Remember the archer energy. You're controlling it, but you are being led through your faith and you're trusting divine source. And you know that you're being sent to the blessing beyond the horizon. Spiritually, you feel it, you know it, and you're going to receive it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! All right. Wow. Honor your needs. You're taking care of you. Remember, you're speaking your truth. Rewind back to the beginning if you need to really dissect the spiritual guidance so that you know how to use it to your advantage this month. I do the same thing. I pick it apart because as I'm channeling, my human is asleep. So I get my tea, I might work out listening to it, get my headset on, and I go right back to it just like you do. I pause and I reflect and I meditate on it. Trust where Spirit is sending you. What do you need? Honor your needs. Your energy is changing, and so are your needs. Putting yourself first in a positive way is a healthy balance in relationship life. Remember, Mercury's retrograding, so they're going to be pulling back. You pull back too. You may be feeling less loved or attractive. It's time for you to focus on the different ways that you can receive love through healthy connections now. Okay? Male or female. We've got a lot of changes going on this month. Oh my goodness. Do we ever? All right. Okay. So, you may be fussing with each other. Remember, we're going to avoid this energy. Okay? We're going to avoid it by doing what we talked about in the beginning. All right, let me put this here so you can pause it if you need to. But honey, when you are trying to connect with your twin flame, you might be doing the running and chasing stage. We are not immune to it. I tell you, it is a tough stage to go through. You almost want to lose faith, but you can't. Because divine timing is at play. And even though you may feel like all hope is lost, it's not. It's not. Trust divine source. Remember this. Remember that blessing is just around the corner. You are doing things differently. You are moving past the chemistry to learn each other, to learn yourself. Big part of the running and chasing stage is taking time out to say, oh my gosh, they are actually a human being with faults. Oh my gosh, she is so stubborn. Oh my goodness, he's been hurt so much in the past, he won't let me in. He's got so many walls built up. You're learning that. Pull back. Remember, Mercury is retrograde, so Mercury wants this. She's shady. But honey, you are going to value yourself more than that energy that is less than, that is lower vibrational energy. You're going to take care of yourself now. And you are going to laugh at that Mercury retrograde energy. You're going to have fun. Instead of this argument, let's go on and have a good time. Be spontaneous and blast through this because you really want this, but in order to get there, you got to do it differently because you've noticed and you've acknowledged what's out of balance. So you're going to breathe, take a moment to ground yourself, know that your feet are planted firmly on Mother Earth, who is helping you ground through the soles. The soles of your feet are indicative of the trees that Mother Earth nourishes. And you are going to escape, whether you pull back, whether they pull back, and you're going to let them know, I just need a little time. Or we just need a little time together. Remember, those last minute travel arrangements are very possible on the Sagittarius new moon energy because Mercury goes direct that same week. Take advantage of it. But don't wait for someone else to bring it up. Because remember, our energy is changing all the time. Well, dear loves, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please share our channel. You are a beautiful spiritual superstar. I am here live with our broadcast for our daily spiritual guidance between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sometimes, my family gets the best of my energy, and I have to really get here as soon as I can. And so thank you so much. I thank you for all of your love and hugs. And we don't have any judgment in our channel. We don't have any judgment because we're a family. We understand that we normally, we're judging ourselves more than anybody. So we want to have a good time. We want you to have a good time. We welcome you always. Embrace what you need. What is it that you truly want? Stay optimistic. Stay positive always. Your blessings are coming in. Trust your intuition. Trust and have that intellectual conversation. Trust your instinct there. Be grounded in Mother Earth. Go outside. Breathe it in. Touch a plant. Hug a tree. Be barefoot as much as you can be so the soles of your feet are reaching to Gaia, being nourished and nurtured and cared for and pampered. Be spontaneous and plan that trip so that you can get away from this. Consult with each other. Consult with a professional if you're interested in private coaching, and I do mean private. then please look into that and we can give you a complimentary consultation. But honey, this is that energy. And this is the top spiritual energy. You can have soulmates. You have more than one soulmate. Although I do believe you have one twin flame. And that energy can be really tough. But you trust that we're all connected some way, somehow, for a strong reason. And that you have everything you need already. So honor your needs. And have a beautiful month. Love you, honey, and I will see you soon. Oh, absolutely. If you're interested in a private reading, please click the links down below, private coaching as well. Also, the sun, moon, rising, and cusp sign individual spiritually guided videos will be out within a day or so. So please look out for those as well. Thank you so much. I love you. And honey, I will see you very, very soon. I'll see you tonight. Mwah.